So, hello everybody. It seems like I've come back to a brave new world, and I'm forced to carry out e-learning, a bit like a academic writing blogger here, blogging teacher anyway, the first thing I'll do is I'll go over the slightly modified semester plan. I went through this in class, but it has been changed because of the ongoing situation. So just very briefly then, in week one we did the in-class writing, that paragraph. You are sorry, you are going to change that, and modify that and correct that and improve it after a few lessons in which I'll try to show you how that can be improved. So then the second week we did academic style, overgeneralization, phrases to avoid overgeneralization. We did all that. Then I went on my Erasmus trip and came back just in the nick of time before the borders closed. Then on the 16th of March we did, which is what I'm going to do now. This is the strong body paragraphs, supporting arguments in paragraphs. We're going to have a look at comparison and contrast phrases, and the deadline for the correction of the in-class writing paragraph is the 30th of March. As I said before, you are going to correct that, and that is the deadline. You can email, obviously, that to me. I'll give you my email. So then on the 23rd of March, we're going to have a full explanation of what one is trying to prove with logical argumentation. We're going to have a look at various exercises to improve argumentation. We're going to have a look at good and bad paragraphs. And the outline for the research paper is the deadline for the outline. You're going to write an outline. I'll talk about that next time. Is the 15th of April. So you should already be thinking about what your topic is. It's going to be a mini research paper. There's going to be a brief introduction, 2 body paragraphs, about 300 words for each of those, and a conclusion. So the overall length will be about 1100, 1300 words. And you're supposed to find any topic, but you're supposed to argue in favor of something you're trying to prove, basically. Then on the 30th of March, we've got referencing APA versus MLA styles. We've got linking expressions. Then I'm going to go over the research paper, the introduction, body paragraphs, and the conclusion. Then on the 6th of April, we're going to have private consultations online, and we're going to discuss the first draft of the in-class writing paragraph and the correction of that paragraph. The deadline for the research paper paragraph, that's a paragraph that will be included in the research paper, is the 20th of April, and I will give you feedback on that so that you can improve it, and that will go into your research paper. Then we have Easter, and then on the 20th of April we have private consultations online where we will be discussing the outline of the research paper. On the 27th of April we will be have private consultations discussing the research paper paragraph. The deadline for the first draft of the research paper is the 7th of May. So before that, on the 4th of May, we'll have an online workshop. We will discuss research papers before handing them in or sending them to me online. The deadline for peer evaluation of the research paper is 14th of May. You are going to write an evaluation of your partner's research paper and send it to them, and also to me. You will get a grade for that. On the 11th of May there are private consultations, probably online, discussing the first draft of the research paper. The deadline for the second draft of the research paper, I'm going to divide you up into 2 groups. That's why as you can see, on the 11th of May there'll be half of you will meet me on the 11th of May, probably online, and the other half on the 18th. If you're in the 11th of May group, it's all random. The deadline for the second draft of the research paper is the 20th of May. If you're in the 18th of May group, the deadline for the second draft of the research paper is the 27th of May. On the 25th of May, there are private consultations discussing the final draft of the research paper for the first group. And on the 1st of June, there are private consultations, probably online, discussing the final draft of the research paper for the second group. And then on the 8th of June, there is the end of the semester, and I'll give you your grades. But, you know, I'll be walking you through everything as we go along. That's just an overview. Yes, so semester grades are based on written work and participation, including attendance. Well, there will be some, you know, online classes, and I'll be noting your attendance. The whole grade will be deducted for any piece of work that misses the deadline. That means email to me, unless a doctor's certificate is produced. Office hours are there, obviously not in that room, but I will make myself available online, and I'll tell you when that is. So even if we're in lockdown, there will still be office hours. So thank you. Okay, and there we are.